So let me give you an example, and then I will give you an exercise to do after. Okay, so here as an example, solve this here. Then you should see that here you've got a log here plus another log here. So you can just get this times this. So this thing here becomes this thing here. Okay, and then now translate this. So looking at this, because there's no there's no stated base here, you have to default it to a 10. Okay, so looking at this here, if there isn't a base stated here, then you have to assume it's a 10. Okay, so now translate this here, it will give you 10. Looking at this here, your eyes zoom into the base 10. 10 to the power of what? In this case, it's 1 here. Gives us this thing here. So when so you translating that, it will give you this. Hang on. So this gets translated to this, and this thing here is exactly the same as this. Okay. So when you are here, translate it. Look, your eyes zoom into the 10. 10 to the power of what will give us this thing here, and that in this case is the 1. Okay, so this gets translated to this. Now it's just a matter of solving for x. So multiply this out. That will then give you this, and then try and solve for x. So turn it into a quadratic where this side equals 0. So take away 10 from both sides. That will then give you this, and then factorize. That will give you this. So x here, x could be positive 5, because if you put 5 into here, then this thing here would be 0, which satisfies this whole equation here. By the way, x could be 5, or it could be minus 2. But looking at the original question, this is the original question here. So if you put negative 2 into the original, so we solved it so that x could be 5 or it could be minus 2. But the thing is, if you put negative 2 into this into the original question, and then negative 2 in here, this thing here will become negative 5, and then this thing here is negative 2. But then you've got log of negative 2. What is the log of negative 2? Well, if you look at this here, so this is base 10 here. So you're really asking 10 to the power of what will give us negative 2. You see, you can't have a log of a negative number because it really boils down to this. 10 to the power of what will give us negative 2. Well, if you draw a graph of y equals 10 to the power of x here, you see negative 2 somewhere down here. So you're trying to search for a value of x here where if you power it to x, it will give you negative 2, but negative 2 is down here. It's never going to cross this line here. So when you log of something, make sure you don't log a negative number. Okay, here you've got a log of a negative number, which will imply that this here would not make sense. So minus 2 is not your solution. But if you put positive 5 in here, then it does make sense. This bit here makes sense. And then if you put 5 in here, so it boils down to this bit here will be log 2, and log 2 does make sense. But just don't log a negative number. Okay, so here it's your turn to have a go now. So solve this. So press pause and have a go. Okay, so here you can see that it's one log adding another log. So that means you can get this times it with this. Okay, and then now translate this. So when you are here, it really, your eyes zoom into this here. 2 to the power of what will give us this thing here. Will give us x plus 2. In this case, hang on, let's start again. 2 to the power of what? But in this case, the what is the 3. So this thing here gets translated to this. Okay, now it's just a matter of solving x. So now when you're here, take away 8 from both sides. That will then give you this. Factorize, it will give you this. So that means x could be negative 4, or it could be a positive 2. But then looking at the original question here is this here. If you put negative 4 into here, it breaks down. Negative 4, and then if you put negative 4 in here, this thing here will become negative 2. So here you can't really log of a negative number, because base 2 is like you saying 2 to the power of what will give us negative 4. Well, if you draw a graph of y equals 2 to the power of x here, negative 4 would be somewhere down here. Where will this line cross this line? Never. So you can't really have a log of a negative number. Okay, so for this one here, your only solution here is 2. Okay.